Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with Darth Mod. So, something I saw last time around, which I didn't actually say, was the fact that Prussia, the army that we saw, I think we saw it down here, actually turned completely around and it came down here and it's actually landed his army in France. Now, I don't know what happened to it. I imagine it got defeated because, well, Paris is still under French control. He could have moved somewhere else. And I also saw a Portuguese army which landed here close to the Dutch, but I guess that one was also defeated. You can see that there are some of the Dutch troops here are a bit ravaged. So there are major naval invasions taking place here and there. And that really prompts me to think that I really need to step up my navy a lot more. And to step up the navy I need a lot of money. But we are also, a few things that I also noticed that I didn't say was that Saxony fell to Prussia. And also you can see that Sweden has taken control of Norway and Denmark. So Sweden has managed to... They haven't actually killed off Denmark, because Denmark still has Iceland. But they've taken a lot here, so Sweden has become quite the large nation. Then I can't remember that I've seen any other major moves in Europe. Everything else seems to be going fine. But then there is something that happened down here. So, something I completely missed is the fact that the French have gone ahead and launched a huge army down here to help them out in India. And so this army alone cannot handle it. So we're gonna have to bring in Henri to help out, because a Diggory archer cannot do it on his own. And so we need to hit that and get rid of that before we can go ahead and clear off these areas. I also went ahead... Oh, we have to do like this. I sent my navy to the Straits of Madagascar. I sent part of the navy, some of the smaller ships, a sloop, a sixth rate, and... well, actually 2 sixth rates, and the sloop Dunkirk. Sent them to take up trade here, which gives us ivory, which is good. And then we found this enemy navy, the French navy, under Oliver de Neufville, on a 5th rate. And then he's got... I'm not entirely sure, I probably stole this from someone. He maybe fought the pirates. And then it's got a little sloop. So that we should be able to defeat him. And I think we're not gonna play that, even though someone actually asked for me to... You know what, I can play this, just to... because someone wanted me to do more boarding actions. But what I'll do is I'll cut away a lot of the material here. And then we'll go ahead and autosave, just in case. Now it doesn't... it hasn't crashed as far as I'm aware so far yet. I think it... maybe it has. I think it has crashed once, but I can't remember what it was. So anyways, George Rook goes ahead against Victor Marie and his force, and clearly George Rook has quite the favor on his side. Okay, so there we are. We just received a broadside from the enemy ship. Although the enemy ship is quite weak in its current state, because this navy has been hit quite a lot. We, however, are going to go for a boarding action. So I'm going to switch to canister, and then I'm going to tell my admiral ship to board their admiral ship. We're taking a lot of damage here, but we still outnumber them in manpower. I'm hoping that our canister will do a lot better work here. might be better actually to have round shot just to open up some holes so we can actually shoot the enemy. Because the enemy is laying in well into us. And we're actually faltering a bit there. Why is the rest of my navy taking so long? Because now the Admiral is in quite the difficulty. If he stays on this course. And he's not getting... he's not going to win this unless he gets to... starts to board this. And he hasn't killed any of the enemy crew yet. So clearly this isn't working. And stop the boarding action. And then hold the ship. And this one is an open one. This is an open ship, so instead we will focus in on that one. We still have 15 guns ready, or 15 guns on the side, and they're all ready as this ship comes past with, as you can see, the crew quite open. But still not as devastating as I hoped that canister would be. Switch back to round shot and then go through this. Get over here. The enemy is going almost into the wind here. God damn it. We wanted some boarding action. Doesn't look like we're gonna get a lot of it. Or I could lay onto the side of this one, I think. We could probably do that. Keep up the fire! This one is down to 3 guns, so that one could also be boarded. But I think we can have this one boarded. And this one will go like so. And then the rest here will be ordered to attack the enemy's admiral ship. So we're trying to gain ground here, but it's going very slowly, trying to get up next to this one, ready to board him. Full sails, gentlemen. We're looking to board this one, switch to canister, and then come into boarding. I think this one will surrender though before we fire. So maybe what we want to do is we want to turn off, so not to fire at him. And we don't want to sink him, we want to take him alive. And then I tell you to hold fire as well. And then what we could do is we can have this to shoot down the sails instead. We cleared this ship. So let's open fire. Oh, he surrendered. And he's sinking. Oh no, he sank before he surrendered actually. We need to stop them. So how about we turn like this. And then fire upon the enemy sails. This one is actually too far away to fire. And this isn't going very well either, so turn this way. Fire on the sails. Fire on the sails. And fire on the sails. This is actually a really good spot here where we can fire on the sails. The Admiral can lay there and fire. And this ship is coming up next to him. We cut one of the masts on this one, or the main mast, so he's not going anywhere. And we cut the front mast on this one. So he's certainly not outrunning us anymore. Let's see about getting someone really close that can board him. And then we cut all the masts on this. It's now a really big rowboat. Prepare to board. Switch to canister. Switch to round shot. Continue on this route. You as well. Switch to round shot. You will switch to canister. And then you will go in for boarding the Admiral's ship. Let's hold fire here because we don't want to fire anymore to possibly hurt the other ships here. Same with this one. And this one as well. This one's about to be able to lay fire on this. So how about we give them one good shot. Oh, I was still firing on the masts. I thought we were going to fire a round shot. Oh, we cut that mast. We cut the top of it. This ship is coming around. We still haven't been able to do a lot of damage there. This ship is being raked as it goes in for the boarding action. The cannons have stopped firing. You can see a lot of these cannons are no longer manned. And they're drawing in. We've got the Marines firing down. I can see from this angle because then I can see what's going on there as well. This ship has 140 crew. This one has 31. So at this point I'd probably surrender, especially since they don't have any masts left. And there we go, almost like a volley fire down upon the enemy. But we're not. There we go. Now they're gonna jump over. Jump over and fight. Oh, everyone just jumps and falls on deck. The enemy is nice though and lets our troops get up first before they start to try to kill them. We've got the captain jumping down there. And there's the... well, that is the captain. Oh, where did he go? Did he... It looked like he went through the hole there. Well, we got boarding action going there, but I think this boarding action is probably going to be the more interesting one. But they're not yet ready to have that be over just yet. Where's the enemy captain? Oh, he's standing right over there. Just looking. Yes. Keep fighting, men. Yes. I don't know. Oh, well, it's French, so. Ho ho! Yeah, keep on fighting, man. It is very nice. Keep the drum next to me. I like the music. Oh. Our captain is done, and he goes over and asks for the other captain's surrender. No, he's actually climbing over. So they have surrendered now. They were left with the captain and the drummer and no sails. Right, these ships, they are drawn together and they're about to start the boarding action over here. So we got 87 men and 151 on ours. The enemy is still firing. Boom. But I think it's over there. And now the Marines jump over. And onto... Oh, what? Oh, well, that was stupid. Some men jump from way up here. Is he really gonna... Oh, there's the captain. He was up there. Who the hell jumped? They must have jumped from over here or somewhere. And they just... Or maybe all the way from up there and then just straight into water and drowned. Well, that was just great, wasn't it? At the same time, we can see the crew now fighting. We lost quite a lot of men. We had 151. And now we're down to 117. And the enemy has 71 men. 68 men, actually. And there's quite heavy fighting here. not entirely sure why the Marines were not issued with bayonets. The thing is, we've got a lot more men than the enemy does. Although it's kind of evening out, but we still have a good 30 men more. Let's see, the enemy captain over there, or the enemy admiral, the commandor. Oh, he might just have died. Which we would get a message for. Oh, we can see a few more of our idiots that jumped over the enemy ship. Clearly that wasn't the captain then. Is he hiding down underneath deck? Or maybe... No, there's no one in the masts anymore. Well, our captain is in the masts. He can't decide where he wants to go, really. So he's still climbing around on that ship. There goes the admiral. He was killed, so I guess he was not the one that we saw over there. Maybe he was cornered back there with the rest of the men there. Let's go ahead and check. Is there a dead person? Oh, you can't really see here. He might have been down there, so if we look maybe through here. It's hard to see. They might have been here fighting. Anyways, the boarding action was successful. And we captured the ship. Very good. And victory is ours. Now, with that done, hard pounding, gentlemen. Let's see who pounds the longest. Right, we will... I'm not entirely sure we will take these ships. We can take these ships. And... you know what? We need more ships. So we took those two. Thing is, these needs repair.
Heave away, boys, heave away.
What I can do is I can take one of these. I can take the sloop and just make sure that we hold it, so this is our trade point. And then these ships will head back to India for repair. And then we can come back with more ships to increase our trade in this region. Because what we're getting from this is, let's see, trade. So Straits of Madagascar, where we are, we're getting ivory tusks, and ivory is almost the highest valuable commodity right now, just after cotton. So this is really good. We also make sure that we get all that tea from India, because that's good as well. So let's head back to India, where the main battle of this episode is going to take place. So the Indian trade is stopped, but where is it stopped? Is it stopped? I'm guessing it's stopped in Europe or somewhere where they might be attacking it. Anyways, let's go ahead and have this rather huge battle. Yes, their allies are going to be drawn in, and our allies are going to be drawn in. I can't... where does it say? Oh, so we have 11,000 men, and the enemy has about 6,000 men. A lot of it is going to be just down to the reinforcement army, which actually holds regular infantry from Europe, unlike us. And they have some elite units with them, so this is going to be one hell of a battle, probably quite a long one. So let's go ahead and get into it. And there we are. Yet again, we're fighting next to this town, which the inhabitants must be sick and tired of these Europeans coming here fighting. Although, well, we're fighting mostly with Indian troops, so let's go ahead and start the battle. The main thing is going to be locating the enemy reinforcements that is actually going to come on the other side of town. The enemy general comes in there. I'm not entirely sure where our reinforcements are going to turn up, but what we can do is we can move into town and secure that. These few troops will be easily dispatched, and then we must quickly move to control the houses and stuff up there. So let's start by that. We're gonna move all of these guys up towards here. And these two will also move over here. Then this line right here. You know what? The enemy is coming to us, but at the same time we want to advance a little bit. So get up front. And our artillery is bashing the bastards as well. Looks like we're not going to have time to shoot these guys before they hit us, but there's only 24 of them. And so they're not going to have good time fighting our men. What I could do with the rest is we could hold for a volley, and then when the enemy gets close, or closer, we can have them fire. Or is the enemy gonna fire at that range? It seems as though they are, so fire! Kaboom! This unit's gonna suffer a lot, because it's in range of most of our units. These will go ahead and flank up. Cavalry unit is still actually surviving, although this unit now opened fire as well. It's probably going to cost a lot of men on these sides. Not entirely sure. Okay, so you're coming there. Well, we'll stop this one, but these other ones will continue. The enemy is setting up the cannons yet? No. And these are proper European regiments. So they might, I'm not entirely sure how well they will do. I think they will do, they have the same, what's it called? Accuracy as the, oh, it's another cavalry unit that got stuck in. And the enemy general got killed, or the enemy captain should be said, because I can't imagine this little force was commanded by a general. I think we killed him in the last battle, so the remaining troops that are actually here must be just captain in command of it. And they're all fleeing away, except for this one, which is still fighting. And these two are still fighting. So as long as these are fighting, I want to keep shooting them. This one's soon to give way though. Broken, tired, so, and this one is shattered. Very good. Then all of these men can now march up to the village. Question is how far away will the artillery? The artillery can fire all the way over here. Form square. I think it's best to form protective square right now with those men, given that the enemy cavalry is that close. These two will continue forward. This one will hold fire. This one as well, given the proximity. So only this side will fire. And then we need to move the artillery down to that position over there. I think we're gonna move the cavalry as well, the militia and the general, and then move the cannons. The enemy is just stuck there, not really knowing what to do, and these guys unleash a volley just at point blank range at this. Why are they sending in the general, stupid bastards? The general's bodyguard, and so the general that's traveled all the way from France to come here to India has subsequently died. He died already. I can't see his body though, because you can only see horses lying around. But I'm guessing he fell somewhere around here. Or is that him? He's got a white wig, doesn't he? No. That's kind of hard to see because wait, you see that? The guys that die there, they were still they're moving their heads, so it looked like they were following my movements. Ah crap! This line is opening fire on the sepoys, so they need to form line and prepare to open fire upon the enemy. These two are firing as well. What we got right here is an area where the enemy cannot actually get to the units standing there. So this 61st Regiment will see about getting there. It's probably easier if you go this way than go through the front, you moron. Now you can spread out and make a full line. And then since the cavalry has been sent away, these two can make line, and all these three will make long lines like this. And let's see about getting those cannons moving. So we'll get the cannons, I think there is probably a good position. Get this unit to come up here as well, and that will take this position. Okay, so the Frenchies are coming on. Looks like they want to go for kind of a melee charge. So I'm gonna see about holding fire for as long as possible, or at least on some of the men. Okay, now release fire, volley fire immediately. And we almost caused a rout on this unit. Well, they are moving away. They're shaken. The militia stat is on. Oh, they formed square? Oh, crap. This unit fired well. So now this one erupts with gunfire into the square. Not entirely sure if this one will hold, given there's so many enemies here. You know what? This volley to move over here might not work. So why don't we get back here, prepare to deliver a volley as this regiment prepares to fall back. Okay, we've got more troops that can be able to filter through the town. And then we make sure that we hold this. And these three can be stationed on the outskirts there. And then the cannons and everything is moving. So we lost a lot of men. These guys are coming into line. Let's see if we can redraw this unit in some form or fashion. Thing is, we're probably gonna lose a lot of men if we drag them out. Yes, we got that one to retreat. So then we can get these men to fall back. Or if we can get them to run that way. Ready! Fire! The enemy's shattered. They're engaged with a lot of... you know what? Hold fire, hold fire. The enemy's retreating. You will now take the front here. And then this unit will go to the specific location I wanted them to have up there. And then we got the lines firing over here. I think we can advance these lines actually, because we don't really have the center of the ridge, and we've got some, you know, village houses and stuff in the way. So I want this one to come a little bit more like this. This one will advance as well. This one will also advance. And then this one will plug the gap up there. Right, now I will give you the order to stand out there. Then the two Sepoy units. Let's see if we can... oh, we cannot get both of them here, so one will stand over there, the other one will come back here. Somewhere. There. You, I think you can go out there, can you not? And then you will be a support back there. And we can have these three actually advance all the way up here. Because then we can get a sort of crossfire going there. The ammo level on some of these units are quite low. The thing we can bank on though is the fact that the cannons will not run out of ammo. Maybe I should get them even closer so if need be we can fall back and rely on the canister. Okay, I think it's high time we deploy them. The cavalry will deploy behind the heights and be able to push up through there. The general can go over there. The militia will actually send the militia somewhere into town. There's gonna come a lot more enemy regiments before the day is over. Cannons are ready. Deploy your guns and open fire. We got lancers coming in. And they're cutting up the line, although they were shaken by the day's events. They have lost their general. And they're shattered and are retreating. But there's another cavalry regiment coming in as well. This unit has lost a lot of its ammo. It doesn't have a lot left. These guys are charging in. Hold your fire. And then now fire again. See if we can get sort of a volley off. No, you want to shuffle a bit instead. Oh, the enemy did not get a proper good charge in here anyways. And then we advance bayonets. And have these two fire. But I will tell them to hold fire because I think we're shooting quite a lot of our own. Right, the regiment was sent away. Now we got cannon fire roaring. The firing on this unit, I think we will concentrate the artillery firing on this. Why have I not gotten any reinforcement? Well, I guess maybe the reinforcement won't go for the full 40 stack army, so I still have the men as it were for a good 20-man army. We actually got 21. So what we're gonna have to do is probably at some point when soldiers run out of ammo, just telling them to retreat out of the line of fire. Oh, this is a special unit that I missed. The 24th Regiment Foot, Le 81E Regiment Chartres. Not entirely sure what the significance of this unit is, but clearly it's some kind of elite unit. It's been taking a lot of pounding, and it's been standing here in the foreground. You know what? I think it's time we sent in the artillery. We can see, oh, not the artillery, the cavalry, because we can see a lot of enemy artillery is turning up. And they're not really able to guard it, are they? They have just a few line infantries here and there. The enemy cannons will be devastating if they start to fire on our positions. All the enemy on the front has been wiped out. Cannons hold fire and then pick your targets at will. We'll get the cavalry now to go in. And then lets them stream down towards the enemy cannon. One thing that I actually had a question about was the music, because someone was a bit tired over the fact that I use the same sort of playlist over and over again. And the reason why is just it's copyright, really. If I could find some of the music that you guys were asking for, because I got 2 questions about adding certain pieces. The thing is copyright. And if it gets copyright, the video will generate money for whoever gets or whoever has the trademark on it. So the fact that I do, you know, a good maybe good hour's work on making the video, and I'll get nothing for it. And in best case scenario, some music pieces or some artists allow the revenue to be shared, but YouTube already takes 50% of the ad revenue, and then you have to split the remaining 50% with whatever company is holding the rights. This is the first regiment, so yeah, you can really tell that these guys are they're European troops, because they're this is the first regiment the enemy recruited. Okay, so we have cleared out their artillery. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move up behind this unit, and then we're going to see about storming into its back. They're getting fire from the hill, but it seems as though that's not very effective, and I think these guys are about to run out of ammo pretty darn soon. And our cannons have actually fallen silent. Since the enemy is coming in here, why don't the cannons target that area? And then cavalry stream forwards. Coming up behind this unit, and then on my mark, charge them. Oh no, we missed the fact there was about 300 cavalrymen or more stationed behind us. We were quite tired though, so we didn't really get that push through the unit. But I think since we split in half, they're probably gonna... And there we are victorious. Now, the battle crashed, so I decided to go ahead and load back in and auto-resolve it. Because even if I'd say I'd continued at the point that we were, I had basically already won, because I could have cornered them in, so all units that turned up one by one would have slowly been killed off in that manner. So I decided that, and also I was looking at the time of the episode, and that had gone on for quite a while as well. So I decided to auto-resolve the battle, and here we got the results. It wouldn't have got I wouldn't have lost as many units as I lost here, 3,000. But what would have and also I probably wouldn't have left 1,500 enemy men standing. Their army would probably have crushed, being completely crushed. But this is what we have, given the situation. We killed off that army at least, and the other one is forced to retreat down there. Can we continue? We can use Diggory Archer's army to chase him down and completely destroy them. So we lost 1,000 men, and they lost about 1,000 men. And Diggory Archer and his army stands victorious. We're gonna have to resupply this. It's gonna cost us 10,000 to resupply this army, and this army is gonna cost us about 5,000. Diggory Archer gets Confident General. Diggory Archer gets mentioned in dispatches, and Diggory Archer gets Steady Under Fire. So even though Diggory Archer only turned up in the end of that battle, so the main battle he did not fight in, technically. Although maybe the outer assault he was closer to actually engage both of them. But yeah, we were... this will be the end of this episode. For next one, I'm hoping that we can... we'll probably make some advances in North America towards Quebec. I've laid the trade route here under siege. Hopefully we'll get those trade ship backs. Hopefully this unit will be able to move up, so both these armies will converge down towards Quebec and Montreal. And we can take more or less all holdings of France. Then it's only really Newfoundland that is left in French hands. Besides, of course, the Louisiana territory. Oh, the Lower Louisiana has been annexed by France. So the Louisiana territory is no longer there. It has been annexed by France. We're gonna have to take that out as well. So that means that I'm no longer trading with them. Anyways, I hope that in the crash I didn't miss out on the music and stuff, but I think well, I can go over it again. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.